to the audio show.
So I know you guys don't really too much like the Ben and Anthony Chronicles, but if you're looking for answers as far as Amber's PhD is concerned, I think you're going to find them here. Let's get into this. Okay, so let's stop right there. So when we were talking about the PhD thing last night, one of the things we talked about was the whole idea of the fact that Amber asked for the actual restaurant, and rightfully so, because really and truly she had Bar 44, right? And so Bar 44 went down, and now she has this particular restaurant. And again, maybe she did that she doesn't want this restaurant, well, then she needs to say that. The person who say, well, O'Neill, Anthony could have, asked her more questions to whatever it is, he could have. But she could have also volunteered more information as well. Remember, she's the one that wants to go to school. If you're the one that wants to do something, then you need to state as to why you want to do it. Now, if someone said, well, she did state it, which she just said, hey, I just want to have it for prestige. If you're having a degree for prestige, folks, I'm going to say it again, it's just a waste of time. Really. And it's a waste of time because you're not advancing that profession. When people give out these degrees, they're hoping that you advance the profession. Whether it is social work, or it is doctoring, or it is lawyering, or it is being a business person, they want to see you advancing that particular profession. If you're not going to be doing that and all it's doing is gathering dust and you're working in a whole different department, then getting a whole PhD don't make sense. That's all I'm saying. But let's keep proceeding. Let's listen to what Anthony and him talking about with the whole Ben. Talking about with this whole business as to how they're working it. Okay. So I get it that Anthony has been a despicable husband in a lot of ways. But he's not wrong again. She wants the business in itself and she's going to have to focus on that business. And this is kind of what I was talking about. How are you going to work on a business that's just starting and work on a PhD at the same point in time? You're asking for two counterpolarity things, right? Things that are going to take time. Business takes time and school takes time. Both of them take time. Them don't walk hand in hand. Someone say, well, only she's going to have it for after her divorce. Well, if she have it after her divorce, Amber is a wealthy woman. She's a millionaire woman. So we're talking about a woman that's a millionaire. Usually when you go to get a degree or a PhD, you're going there because you want to work in this profession, you want to make money. And that was kind of what I was talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. Friends, again, I am not stopping people from getting PhDs, but get them for a reason. Like versus just go get them for them gather dust in the drawer. PhD, it does nothing. It really and truly does nothing. I'm going to be very honest with you. It does nothing. When you have a degree that does nothing at all, it does nothing for you. It just doesn't. And so that's the deal. So now she has this business, and I think that that's where she should have needed to be right now. Work on the business. Work at expanding the business in itself and having this as her business. If Mishana, she's not getting rid of Mishana, get rid of Mishana off the paperwork. She should be asking, how do I get rid of Mishana if that's the case? Or if she doesn't like that business and she decides, you know what, the business is not working out, then do something else. But you can't do the two things at one time. You just can't. It's something that they've taught us that we can work on. You know what I mean? Hey, you can get anything you want to get. Okay. And I thought I could have spent all the time in the world and toured the world with music with my daughter. I thought I could have done that, but I can't do it. I can't do it. And that is the honesty that you really and truly want to have. That's what Anthony is not trying to, he's not trying to get through to her, right? When people make it look as though Anthony is not trying to do what Amber is asking, he kind of is, because him say, hey, she likes stuff like that. And I think that he gave her that restaurant because that's what she was trying to say she wanted to do. Now, if she doesn't want to do that anymore, then she needs to verbalize that. I don't want to do the restaurant anymore. I want to do this at this point in time. I don't think you're going to have an issue working at that. If she's saying she want to just quit the entire business and go to school for a PhD, then all right, well, hey, go do that then. Go do that. But I think that what Anthony was saying in a nutshell, right, and I'm not wrong, is that you just can't do school and having a new restaurant at the same point in time because it's not there yet. And you're going to have to spend the time to work at the restaurant. That's just what truly it is. And he's not wrong for saying that.
Makes you feel.
Okay, so again, when I listen to Anthony, it doesn't sound to me like Anthony's trying to hate on Amber for what she's trying to do. I think he's trying to tell Amber to focus on one thing because you need that as well. If you're doing business, you're going to have to focus on it. When I get up on the YouTube and I'm here in front of y'all and I'm talking to y'all, trust me, I have to focus on this. I actually have to make schedules about this, and I can't do two things at one time. It's clear. I can't. It really and truly is tough. But that's kind of what I was talking about yesterday. But you know, some people then start get weird, and it's like I said before, it's really a topic. It's one of those topics that they brought up for us. It's a topic. It's a topic of conversation now in the black community, or in, you know, well, it's in the black community that we've talked about, where a lot of women are going to school to get PhDs and doctorates, but they're not using them. And so they spend these time chasing these things, and then they make it look as though men aren't trying to support them, and men are just asking the question, okay, you want to get this doctorate, how are you going to use it? That's what men have been trying to give to them. How are you going to try to use that? Because anything you're getting, you want to make it be useful. Because there's some years of your life that's going to be gone that you're going to have to give up. You're just going to have to give it up. Like I said before, only try to tour the world doing music, and only have a daughter. So you work that out. Touring the world and having a daughter is two different things. And you spend a lot of time on the road, and I didn't have a lot of time for my daughter because I couldn't. Them just not walk hand in hand. And I have to understand, all right, okay, I need to get something that that will enable me to see her more often. That is the point I think I'm raising with all of this. But give me a take, like, share, comment, subscribe, and talk to you all soon.